Joking. You're joking. You did not get that purse off of my debit card. You did not order a Marc Jacobs $600 purse on my card.
What happened here?
I'm really sorry.
You ordered this on my phone?
I'm really sorry.
Without asking?
I'm really sorry.
And do you know how much this was?
So recently there has been an insane rise in the number of kids making unapproved purchases using their parents' credit card. And this has become unacceptable. It's getting out of hand and I just have to talk about it. Before I start addressing these issues, I want to talk about how kids learn financial literacy. Most kids tend to learn financial literacy from a very young age. Even most adults, if you think back, when do you as a person actually learn how to manage money? Leave a comment below. I want to read from you. So I'll speak for myself. Growing up, whenever we have any visitors coming around, or aunties, uncles, or maybe we do any chores or things for my parents, then they could give us money. That money, my mom would insist that we save it. We had like a piggy bank. Every one of us, my siblings and I, we had a piggy bank where we would put some of our money saved there. Then during the holidays, mostly Christmas, we would be allowed to open our piggy banks to buy things that we want for ourselves as holiday gifts or Christmas gifts. And that's how I started to learn how to manage and save money from a very young age. Even up until just few years ago, I still had a piggy bank that I was using for whenever I just have cash laying around, I just stuff it in there. That habit that I learned from growing up as a child stayed with me up until becoming an adult. I would like to read from you. Share in the comments below your first experience with money and how you learn financial literacy. So we live in a digital age where kids have access to using the internet. You can even make purchases online. We all know that you can buy food, buy clothes, buy anything, literally anything you need in this day and age. You can easily access them online. And these days, with the rise of kids having access to iPads, growing up using internet, they are very comfortable around using a digital device like a phone, a laptop, or an iPad. So they have access to the internet and they already know their way around it. So I'm not surprised to see that a kid can go online to make a purchase or buy anything because they already know how to. Have you seen these kids when they are watching YouTube and an ad pop up? They know how to skip it. They know how to change the setting on a phone or an iPad. So I'm not even surprised that they know what website or how to go online to make a purchase. And sometimes as a parent, you might already have your credit card on your Apple Pay, or maybe for example Amazon. You could already have your credit card saved there. So whenever you want to make any purchase, you can easily check out without having to enter the card all over again. So now these kids also kind of know their way around these devices, like I said. So when they want to make these purchases, they can go online and use those cards to check out. But other than the fact that those cards are already on the devices, these kids also know that they can take card from their parents' wallet or bag or purse and actually pay for things online.
What happened?
You're in trouble.
What happened? What did I do?
You know what you did, Alex. You know what you did. I don't want a bunch of games. He went into Mom's purse and stole the credit card and bought V-Bucks.
He stole the credit card? What is wrong with you?
I didn't steal her credit card.
Yes, you
You
did.
went Mom's
No, I
purse and
didn't.
stole the
Yes,
credit
you
card.
did. Look, he can't even look at me. He can't even turn around. He can't even turn. Look at him. He can't even turn around.
As you heard this, dad is very upset at the fact that his son picked the mom's credit card and paid for V-Bucks online. These kids are no longer even just buying like food. They are not just buying essentials anymore. They are now buying unnecessary items. This kid went online to pay for V-Bucks, which is a game that they play on their computer all day, all night, all the time. And these games usually have like advanced level that you might need to pay for something in order to access it. Then somehow this kid just went ahead, picked their mom's credit card and paid for it without even asking for permission. I think what upsets me the most is not the fact that the kid actually bought this, it's the fact that they felt so comfortable to take their mom's credit card without permission. The annoying thing is without permission. Like you go ahead, make a purchase, but not with your own card or with your own money. You used your parents' card to pay for something online without seeking their approval first. Before I use anything that belongs to someone else, I would always have to ask them for permission. But now this kid is so comfortable, went ahead to take his mom's credit card and bought the game online. Why do you feel like you can't do that? You are allowed to do that. And you can see here the dad is very upset, but he doesn't even know how to pass his frustration because he also has to be careful with his choice of words to his child.
No 7-year-old has a $600 purse.
Well, it sucks because I'm really not them.
What do you mean you're not them?
I'm not them.
What do you mean you're not them?
I'm not like cheap like them.
What do you mean you're not cheap like them? You don't have money to buy a $600 purse. That's mine. My money. How did you learn how to order that anyways?
I watch you do it on your phone every single day almost.
I don't order stuff every single day. And if I do, that's my business. That's not your money, Amelia.
Well, you know where I say, can I go outside?
No! You're grounded.
You know when I like say go outside and you're like sitting right there, right? I look from the window and you're ordering a new purse every single time.
Okay, well that's not any of your business. And we're taking it back.
No, we're not.
We also see this girl that went ahead to buy a $700 Marc Jacobs purse using her mom's credit card without getting permission, without asking for it. First of all, what does a 7-year-old girl need a $700 purse for? Like, you don't even need it. There is nothing you can fit in that bag to take to school. Why are you not okay with using your regular backpack going to school? A 7-year-old, what could you possibly want to carry inside that bag? And if you heard from what she said to her mom, she said she's not cheap. So emphasizing that people that are not carrying this kind of bags are cheap. First of all, this girl is not even working to make money. You're 7-year-old. What do you know that money is used for? And this is something that parents also need to take responsibility for. Parents are responsible for educating their kids on financial literacy. It is very important for you as a parent to sit your kids down and teach them how to manage money, what money is used for, how money is being made. Because sometimes these kids don't even know that money has value. They just think it's something that, oh, you can just pay for things anyhow the way you want. They don't know you actually have to work, give value in order to get money. And with the money you make, you earn it, you have to spend it responsibly. You also have to save for the rainy days. These kids don't know that before you make such expensive purchases, you have to save and plan towards it. So now they just feel like if you just want to buy anything or you want to pay something, you can just use a card. That card has money on it that you can spend anytime and anyhow you want. Without getting approval, you can just spend it and just buy anything. So parents out there, if you're watching this video, it's very important for you to know the importance of financial literacy. Take some time to also educate yourself and learn the best, simplest way you can teach your kids how to manage money. Because the problem with that is if they don't learn how to manage money from a young age, they will grow up to their early teenage years, a young adult in their 20s, not knowing how to go around money. They would start to overspend. You find that these kids do not know that the right way to use their credit card. They just think, oh, credit card is free money, and when you buy something, they don't know that you have to pay for it back. Then once they get into this wave and this mindset, they become unstoppable. They start to get into huge credit card debt. They turn out to start relying on buy now, pay later. They turn out to start using loan services to make all these purchases because now they don't know how to manage money. They don't even know the cost of borrowing money because they haven't learned it. They don't know financial discipline because they were not taught as kids. So parents, you have a huge responsibility here to not only tell your kid or teach them financial literacy, but also show it in your own action. I'd love to take this opportunity to invite you to participate in a 30-day challenge to make an extra $1,000 online in a month. Join the Make Extra $1,000 in 30-day challenge. I will show you the exact tools and skills you need to build a side income and use social media to maximize your earnings. All you need is your phone. Anyone, anywhere can join, even if you have no experience. You will learn how to create a profitable product, find your ideal customer, sell on social media, and even turn it into a passive income stream. Also, there is an exclusive WhatsApp group where you can ask questions and connect with other participants. The challenge starts September 1st and lasts for 30 days. There will be prizes for 3 top winners. So join the challenge now so you too can start making passive income. The link would be in the description and pinned to the top right or left here. and I'll see you on the inside. So let's get back to the video.
Joking. You're joking. You did not get that purse off of my debit card. You did not order a Marc Jacobs $600 purse on my card. Well, you didn't. I'm telling you right now, you better be joking.
I'm not.
After reading through the comments in this video, I could tell that the mom is also encouraging this kind of behavior, because people in the comments were suggesting that she should return the purse, and she was saying no, she already likes it now and there's no way she would do that to her kid because she's happy with the purchase. Then there's also people suggesting that the girl needs to be grounded, but she's like, no, she's just a young girl, she's under 7-year-old, and kids love to buy stuff. When they get something, it makes them happy, and if you now ground them, then what are you trying to teach them? They wouldn't learn from that. Instead, she's going to speak to the girl and let her know not to ever do that again, but also allow her to keep the purse. I think that is problematic in itself. The fact that you are even encouraging that this girl should even have this expensive bag in the first place, after making that purchase without seeking permission, seeking approval, buying something that she doesn't need with your own money, after making all of that decision and doing all of that, you're still encouraging her to keep it. I personally, as a parent, if that happened to me, I would take her with me back to the store to return that bag, get my money back, and let her know that never to try this ever again. If you try this, you'll be grounded. Parents need to stop enabling this kind of behavior. I totally understand that, yes, they are your kids, you love them, you care for them, you want to spoil them as much as you can, you want to, be the kind of parent that you wanted for yourself. But you also have to know that if you are not doing the right thing, you're not doing it the right way, you are setting up your kids for failure in the future. You are setting them for financial problems in the future. Because when these kids grow up, they don't know how to manage money, they become problematic, they start to have challenges, then they will always run back to you as the parent for help, because again, they have not learned the financial discipline that they should have as a child.
Y'all, my daughter placed an order from Shein without my permission. She said that she did it on the iPad. I didn't think my account was linked on the iPad, but I don't know. I don't know how it happened, but it freaking happened. And this is now the third time this has happened. But look at the bullshit that she buys. She don't understand that, like, oh, they're gonna take money out of my mom's account. I did not teach her how to do this. Yes, you did. I would never order something without my parents' permission. I would never do that. I need to see how much this order totaled. Okay, so I just checked and she spent a little over $60. And just to figure out how this is occurring, I just had Bahati place an order from Shein using the app. And yeah, you don't need face recognition, you don't need my password, nothing. You just PayPal and swipe over. And that's how this keeps happening.
I also think one of the ways parents can teach kids how to be responsible with money would be to give them allowances. Don't allow them just have access to buying things anyhow or anytime they want. Instead, give them an allowance. Let them know how much they have for, maybe you pay them for a chore that they did in the house, you give them money for it, and let them know this is the money they have to spend for this whole week. So if they decide to, they can decide to either save it towards something that they want to buy for themselves later on, or they can decide to spend it. Now, you can let them know the benefits that they will get from saving it. For example, you can decide that, oh, if you save this money, I could add extra $20 for you that you can now add to the money you want to use for buying something. To them, you also need to explain that that would be an interest that they would earn if they were to actually be saving in a traditional bank. And when you teach them that, let the child decide if they want to save the money. Now, if they save the money, they can get a reward for it. But if they decide to spend it, let them know that if you spend the money now, then whatever it is that you want to buy later on, you would have to work for it in order for you to make the money to make that expense or make that purchase. Now you're teaching the kid delayed gratification. You're teaching them the value of waiting. You're teaching them the value of saving towards something and planning their finances. When they start to learn this behavior and they start to learn that, it will change the whole trajectory of how they see money and how they spend it. I also think parents should never shy from having discussions around money where the kids are. I think some adults that I meet to today, when you try to talk about making money or spending money in their presence, they avoid it. They shy away from topics like that because this is not something that they are comfortable with. Even till today, like, it happens to most of us. Most people are not comfortable talking about money because it's not just something that they were used to from their upbringing, and you want to make sure that you're not excluding the kids away from financial topics around the home. Make sure that it's something that is within the appropriate age for them to hear about, and discuss it with them. Ask for their opinion. What do you think about this? What would you do? What should we do with this? Should we buy this or that? If we buy this, we would have extra money to save and buy something more. We could get 3 more of that if we decide to go for a cheaper version of something. But if we decide to go for the more expensive one, maybe we are not going to be able to afford buying this other thing. Help them understand, break it into simpler terms that they can relate to, and you would find that from there onwards, these kids know what money is and know how to manage it. Overall, I would say kids learn financial literacy by watching their parents and learning from them. As a parent, you are the first teacher that your kid would ever have. You want to make sure that you are teaching them the right things that you would want to see in their future. And even if at all you as a parent, you didn't learn that from your own parents, you can still learn and be intentional towards the kind of things you want your kids to learn from you. Also, kids learn really fast from a very young age. So if you want a child that is going to be financially responsible in the future, you have to start teaching them financial discipline from now, when they are still very young, when they have not started making money or anything. Start to teach them how to manage money. Parents also need to stop enabling this behavior. If you find that your child has made this bad decision or made this wrong decision by spending using your credit card without getting approval from you first, you need to caution them, discipline them, let them know the implication of doing that. Also teach your kids, let them know what people that steal, what they go through. Let them know there's something called jail. Let them know that if you steal something that doesn't belong to you, you are going to go to jail for doing that. So let your kids know this, be clear with it, be firm with it, and stop enabling this behavior. Anyway, that's about it from me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about the situation with kids stealing their parents' credit card to buy things online without approval. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.